Njengabantu base-South Africa, bekufanele simbonge uMinister uSenzo Mchunu ngoba ukuba akasithathanga lesa sinqumo ngomhla ka-31 kuDisemba 2025 sokuthi adisbande noma ahlakaze i-Political Killings Task Team, ngabe wonke lamaqiniso esiwezwayo lawo ekukhulunywa ngawo namhlanje ukuthi bekune-political interference futhi akusinto yamanje, ubugebengu bekwenzeka laphaya emaphoyiseni, i-fiction ekhona, zonke lezi zinto lezi esizizwayo ey'shaqisayo kuMadlanga Commission, ey'shaqisayo ku-ad hoc committee, zonke zikhona ngenxa yesinqumo asithatha yena ngomhla ka-31 Mzukwane decide ukuhlakaza i-Political Killings Task Team. Kufanele simbonge ngoba ukuba akakwenzanga lokho, ngabe uGeneral Mkhwanaza akabanganaso isidingo sokuthi ayoma phambi kwe-South Africa ngomhla ka-6 kuJulayi. Wayengekaze abe nesidingo sokuya ePhalamende ngomhla ka-5 kuMarch, futhi mawuzwa wakungafanele nokuthi abe yingxenye yalo mhlangano osePhalamende. Wazicelela yena ku-chairperson wathi ngoba bazobe iphelele zonke iy'nhlaka zesiphoyisa, ucela ukuthi ayiveze le nto le. Ngizokwenza ivideo ngoba ngizufidel Adams ethi ngomhla ka-5 even uGeneral Mkhwanaza azange aphikisane nesinqumo sokuhlakazwa kwe-Political Killings Task Team. Ngizokwenza ivideo specific njengalokho, kodwa ukuveza kwakhe yonke loo nto leyo yingenxa yokuthi kwahlakazwa le-Political Killings Task Team, kodwa umuntu wenza yonke le nto uyedwa, uMinister uSenzo Mchunu. Ngakho-ke ngabe ngenza iphutha uma mina ngingambongi, ngiphinde ngibongele nani njengabantu base-South Africa, sithi siyabonga Macingwane phakade akagugi ngoba ukube awusithathanga lesinqumo, ngabe lamaqiniso awaveli. Ibuka iMadlanga Commission, kuvela into eyithusayo laphayana, kuvela indaba zeyimali eyithunyelwa oKhethi Matlala bethumele lo Major General. Ziningi kakhulu izinto eseyivelile. Ngake ngabona usisi ekhala la owayesebenzela i-EMPD ngendlela ehlukumezeka ngayo, kwavela usisi lo osebenzela i-IPD ezesho ukuthi kwaze kwadutshulwa ngisho indodana yakhe. Ubunzima bebebhekene nabo bengazi bazokwenza njani ngoba yayingekho indawo labo abazokwazi ukukhuluma khona ziphenywe lezi zinto, ngoba labantu ukubona efuneka kureportwe kubo yibona kanye ababambisane nabo bonke lobugebengu. So ngaphambi basibonga uGeneral Mkhwanaza, sifuna sibonga uMinister uSenzo Mchunu ngoba ukube akasithathanga lesa sinqumo ngaba sikho la sikhona namuhla. Lapha ePhalamende izolo bekukhona uLieutenant General Vuma, naye okhala ngendlela ayephethwe ngayo esiphoyiseni, kodwa okukhulu kunakho konke uveza i-corruption eke yaba khona lapha eyenziwa uMinister uBhekicele kanye no-National Commissioner okuGeneral Fani Masemula. Ngifisa ukucaphunela nje leyo ngxenye leyo, uzwe i-corruption ebiyenzeka, ubone ukuthi ngempela there was political interference, ngempela hayi kancane. La ubabona la ku-screen sakho uMinister uBhekicele kanye no-General Khehla Sithole owaye u-National Commissioner before uGeneral Fani Masemula. Ngicela uzwe la.
You have annexed it as FNV5.
Yes.
And it starts at page 122 of the paginated bundle. You may proceed.
Okay. So it was towards the end of the financial year because the State of the Nation disaster was promulgated on the 15th of March. Now, most of the in subs, let me talk about subs. We didn't have budget, for example, for those PPEs. However, I instructed that the CFO, together with General Nelson, goes and engage the National Treasury to assist us where must we get the money for the purchase of those PPEs. So the National Treasurer directed that we must look at the cost centers that are not going to utilize their budget by the end of the financial year. So we secured 140 million to purchase the PPEs, but unfortunately, the market was not, there was no stock in the market. Now, while I was, remember, there was an acting divisional commissioner at the time who was General Reed, responsible for supply chain management. So while I was in another meeting with General Ngwenya, we were in the board of Polmet, representing the national commissioner. And unfortunately for me, I was the chairperson of that board. While I was conducting that meeting, Lieutenant General Ngwenya kept on pushing papers and giving them to me, saying, these are the companies that come from Minister Cele, and the Minister Cele wants you to make sure that the orders are issued to these companies because these companies had stock.
Did you action out what you were instructed, that you must deal with just only those that were issued by Minister Cele?
I didn't. Because I realized that she was obstructing me in chairing the meeting. I asked her that she must talk to General Reed directly and submit whatever she wanted to submit to General Reed, which she did. Later on, I checked after the meeting with Reed. Reed did inform me. I even have one page here with me, which I couldn't, which was missed by mistake when I was scanning the annexures, where she sent a message to Reed that here are the companies, these companies manufacture the PPEs, please make sure that you buy from them. She even told General Reed that those companies came from the minister. Now, General Reed, because he was frustrated since the PPEs were not available in the market, he went up to an extent of going to the China embassy to seek assistance. How can we obtain the PPEs? He told me that he did send his people to go and check the stock availability. The reason why now he was using that method of doing a due diligence before he even considered the companies is because out of this 140 million that I've just mentioned that we first used in issuing orders to the companies that were on the transversal contract, there was no delivery that was taking place, and we needed PPEs. Now there was no more money available because those orders committed that money.
What did Lieutenant General Reed do?
He sent his people to go do diligence to those companies, and they did not find any stock.
We are now at paragraph 26 of your statement.
Okay.
At paragraph 26, you state that Minister Cele berated you for not wanting to buy from the companies. How did this come about? You testified that the instruction was given to Lieutenant General Reed from Lieutenant General Ngwenya. How did you then end up getting involved and being berated by the minister?
Okay. The initial instruction that was given to us and General Reed was that we must centralize all the procurement of PPEs. Now, when National Treasurer gave those companies, General Reed and I realized that the provinces needed PPEs, and there were a lot of complaints, I must say, where members, when they were searching people out there, some people were refusing them to be searched by the police because they were not wearing PPEs. Now, we decided to decentralize, and we were busy emailing the letter to decentralization to all business units. General Ngwenya came and took us. We were in a meeting of National Steering Committee for COVID-19, which I co-chaired with General Ngwenya. He dragged us and said, the minister wants you. He took us to the office of the minister. And when we arrived at the office of the minister, we find General Masemula, General Libya, and General Ngwenya was there, and the chief of staff. It was myself and General Reed. The minister was very angry with us, shouting at us and saying, we don't want to buy PPE. We're saying there are no PPEs, but Ngwenya is giving us companies. We are not issuing orders. We explained what Reed has done, and I told the minister that will not be coerced to purchase PPEs just because we wanted PPEs. There are processes that needed to be adhered. We received companies from national treasurers, and those companies we checked, they were not part of those transversal contract. This is why, amongst others, we couldn't. But if they had PPEs, General REIT was going to follow another process of acquiring those PPEs from those companies. Then there was supposed to be a meeting thereafter. I'm sorry if I can elaborate further.
Engobuzwa nje ukuthi kufuna kuphuma ithenda yabantu ababezosupply PPE ngoba kwesikhathi seCovid sibala ama-glove sibala ilokozana ama-face mask zonke lento lezi ezazidingeka ngaleso sikhathi. Kodwa uminister une-company yena afuna ukuthi ithole lo msebenzi. I-political interference. Because uminister kangeni ndawo ukuthi yiphi company ethola ithenda nengayitholi ithenda. Kodwa yena une-company afunayo ukuthi ithole ithenda. Corruption leyo. Corruption yangempela. Akucaphunela ingxenye yokugcina bese siyayivala le video kodwa nje ngidumele ngoba uGeneral Celebe ngimthemba kakhulu. Ngiyazi ke ukuthi umuntu naye. Kodwa bengingayitshela ukuthi angaba involve kanje kwi-corruption ngoba uma ngabe kune-company ayeyiprefera yena ukuthi ayinike umsebenzi wayizobhenefitha kuleyo company leyo. Wayengeke uphushele ukuthi le company ithola umsebenzi ngekho yena into azoyihlomula kwakungeke.
Thanks, Chair. No, Chair, from me, it's just a few hours, few issues. Sorry. It was, I think, the statement by the witness is quite straightforward.
Yeah.
I think all we ought to do now is to cross-reference one of the things that the witness is saying with Gerald Masemula as he appears next week. So I think it has helped us a lot in some of the things. I think part of what I've noticed is that you're saying some of the issues you were investigating were finalized for investigation and referred to IPID and some to IDEC. And our experience since we have started here, we've received numerous testimonies of how both IDEC and IPID have been neutralized and compromised, weaponized in some instances to deal with the internal issues at SAPS. So what is your experience with both IPID and IDEC?
And thank you very much, Chairperson. In other investigations, I don't think it is, they are all compromised, let me put it like that. But I also have experience, as I also mentioned in one of the cases where I'm saying I was interviewed earlier on after the judgment, and it was interestingly, Chairperson, at a time, it was still ID, and they had investigators from IPID that were seconded to them. They were not yet appointed permanently. So that team was a team that was involved when they wanted to interview us and General Sithole. Now they are in IDEC. After the court judgment, they interview me, they decline to prosecute. But a few months down the line, when General Masemula wanted to discipline me again on the very same matter. Now there is a case which was never there when I was interviewed of 571 January. They submit a report in May for me to be a negative recommendation, which is signed by the executive director, a report and a covering letter. But they start investigating the matter.
I want us to do this.
Okay.
Is it your evidence that IPID, in respect to your matters, was compromised?
Yes.
Is it your evidence that IPID, in relation to your matters, is compromised or was compromised?
Was.
IDEC.
Not IDEC. IDEC, I never
You
had.
didn't deal with IDEC.
Yeah.
That's fine then. let's go to unlawful instructions. I want us to be specific and clear. I heard you saying you got instructions to abandon these investigations.
Which one are you referring to?
Whichever,
Okay.
but as long as you got such an instruction, whichever particular case it may be, it was, even if it's mine, it's for Advocate Mkiza, it's for Honorable Sangweni, but the fact is, there is only one law certainly applies to that conduct. So apart from the DC, did you get any instruction from either General Masemula or General Cele to appoint a particular company for a particular service?
If you look at the matter of RT 15, General Cele,
Which one is RT15?
the cell phone contract,
Okay.
the transversal contract.
Yeah.
General Cele wanted Vodacom. He told me straight, he did not chiga. He told me straight he wanted Vodacom to get that contract. And he was engaging me on a constant basis. And he wanted constant feedback of what is happening. He said that must not be allocated until I tell him what is the status of the process. Yes, it happened.
Okay. Did you, whether verbally or in writing, receive an instruction from both or either of the two to halt disciplinary investigation? Except that someone briefs you, you meet in the corridor, and all those things. Did you directly receive, whether verbally or in writing?
To hold a disciplinary
Yes,
investigation.
that don't proceed.
General Cele said to me, why have I recommended General Jacobs to be disciplined on the two matters that I investigated, which I have explained earlier on. General Masemula, when I was giving him feedback on the status of disciplinary matters, he said, you guys are still busy with these matters. Though it was not a direct pronouncement that stopped it, but he said, hey man, you should leave these things to die a silent death. Those are the insinuation from me to say that he wanted me to stop their process.
But there is no direct instruction
No,
that
there-
says, don't discipline so and so. Okay, it's fine. Then there is you say I became a target in paragraph 28 of former Minister Cele's associates. Are these associates within the police service?
It is generally known in the police that General Cele was very close to General Ngwenya.
So the first associate is General Ngwenya. The second associate,
Eh,
who's the name of General Ngwenya? You don't know the name.
Bonang,
Bonani, Bonang, not Mateba. Oh,
Bonang Mkwenya.
okay.
General Masemula is a favorite of Cele, and I will say that with expatiation. Just before the former National Commissioner left the police, the General Cele approached me several times and pleaded with me that I must not agree when I'm called to be appointed as a National Commissioner because he wants to appoint Masemula just for 2 years. So to me, he preferred him more than me.
So you have two in your database, the associates
So far, yes.
so far. Okay, that's fine.
Ukuze ukuphawula kwakho la comment section ngizwe ukuthi wena ubona kanjani. Ngeshwa nje ukuthi ad hoc committee iyagcina ukwenza umsebenzi wayo. Isikhathi sababebekalelwe sona siyaphela mhlambe kule viki elizayo. Umuntu ozoba nenhlahla ngoba unalo ithuba lokuphendula uGeneral Fani Masemula. Kuzofuneka size ukuthi uzothina nangalezi insolo noma lama allegations abekwe ngo General Vuma, Lieutenant General Vuma. funeka sizwe yena, uzoziphendulela sizwe yena kwelakho uhlangothi ukuthi uthini. Uminister kulo uBhekicele or uGeneral Cele yena mhlawumbe usothola ithuba kwiMadlanga Commission, kodwa manje ngeke akusakwazi ukuthi anikwe ithuba lokuba azoziphendulela eParliament. Kodwa ngiyakufisa ukuzwa ukuphala kwakho kulonke nje lo daba esilixoxayo kusuka nje ekuqaleni lo kufanele simbonge uMinister uSenzo Mchunu, ngoba lezi zinto ezikhulunywayo ziningi izinto ezingahambi kahle. Yingakho sinenkinga engaka la, ngoba akuqashwa abantu, noma abantu abathola amathenda abawatholi ngoba bekwazi umsebenzi, bawathola ngoba be-connected nabantu abathize. Kucacile, uzwele nawe uzwele. Mina nawe sidibane kwividiyo elandelayo.